Hello all of you Omnicromnians and giant gelatinous blobs. Futurama is not a show with many songs. It simply isn't when comparing it to the other shows that I've covered in that department. Unsurprisingly though, Futurama did nail almost every song that they actually did. I could have made this a top 5, but then I'd just be talking about the songs everyone already talks about. Making this video a top 10 allows me to talk about some of the shorter and less appreciated songs. As for rules, the movies are allowed for Futurama since the show doesn't have that many songs, plus the movies are often viewed as episodes anyway. The song can be any length, although I am likely to prefer longer songs over shorter songs.
In the year 105, if man is still alive.
This is a parody of a song by the same name. I think Futurama song names are often hard to find. It may be short, but this is the way you do a good montage. Make it depressing, funny, have it make progress to the plot, and make it creative all at the same time. Exploring time is something Futurama loves to do, and who doesn't want to see a reality where the world is ruled by giraffes?
Man must pay for all his misdeeds when the treetops are stripped of their leaves. Whoa. We are free and fairly sober with so many toys to build. The machines are kind of tricky, probably someone will be killed.
Honestly, this song is decent, but for one of Futurama's longer songs, it doesn't fully meet its potential for me. The yellows mostly explain what they are doing while they are doing it, which, show or tell, you don't need to do both unless you get some sort of benefit by doing it, which here, I don't really think it does. Santa singing is pretty fun, but it's Bender as Santa that makes this song good. Bender yelling at the elves is mostly what got this song on this list.
You did the best you could, I guess, and some of these gorillas are okay.
Hooray! We're adequate! The elves have rescued Extra's day! Hooray!
I was lonesome for my friend a minute ago, when a happy thought dispelled my woe.
I feel as if I'm cheating, but not at the same time. This song is a very clear parody of Monster Mash, and like Monster Mash, it's mostly repetition. I like it though, since I like Zoidberg, and since the dumbness behind the song is questioned by Amy.
He wants a robot brain!
Wow. Wow, wow.
I brought the elves back from vacation, chained them up, and called my holiday friends
Kwanzaa bot and the Hanukkah zombie.
3 mad wise men bearing murder and frankincense.
I don't know what good rap is. I know I can't listen to much that has auto-tune without feeling like I'm dying, and luckily this doesn't have any, or at the very least, not enough for me to notice. Kind of funny that the robots sound less robotic than most singers. I obviously like Robot Santa, but I also like Kwanzaa Bot. And the other guy was pretty good too, even though I'm a bit confused creatively why he wasn't a robot.
Okay, chestnuts roasting, I'm gonna open fire. Prepare for gore galore.
This Trinity's going to war. Go, 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 new Justice Team. Go team, 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 team. Who's the newest Justice Team? The new Justice Team.
Futurama nails strange episode concepts. It basically has to. It's set in a very advanced and oftentimes weird future. Would tons of shows try out a superhero episode? Yeah, but I mean, why the hell would you not? Mixing a good set of characters in with either playing superheroes or gaining powers is a good concept, providing it doesn't break the world building, of course. Futurama's superhero episode has them actually gaining superpowers through cream. This episode gives us a weird intro-y feeling song for the superhero group coming together. Not only does it show what these heroes do, even the stuff that seems petty for superheroes to do, but it also works in some jokes. Bender is called the best, and Fry isn't even mentioned with the other two, at one point being labelled as all the rest. Also, Leela is Globberella, but don't tell anyone. I trust you, Internet.
Miracle Cream gives the power to the team. Its effects wear off the shore, so they just slop on some more. The new Justice Team. Ta-da!
You and I will be reborn in a future place and time, if everything our Hindu brethren say is true.
I've made it very clear that I'm a fan of Seth MacFarlane. Not him as a person and not everything he's done, but I like a good chunk of the stuff he's worked on. For the record, that's not me saying I don't like him as a person, it's me saying I don't know him. Judging him as a person by his shows would be stupid. The songs in his shows are often the highlights of his shows. I like to think he was just singing casually whilst walking down the street, and that's what they used for this. Somehow, Seth singing is a highlight of another show, one that's not even his, though in this case it's from a straight-to-DVD movie.
Don't expect any changes, my friend, that was then, and this is too.
When I was told there was a hurricane in Kingston town with a foot and a half of water, everyone was alright, but I cried all night. It blew my alphabet blocks out of order.
Everybody knew this song would be high up on the list. Hermes may be my least favourite member of the group, it's definitely between him and Damie. I think that may be because he's only had a handful of episodes based around him though. There's this, Lethal Inspection and the $6 Million Mon that stand out to me. All good episodes, Lethal Inspection being one of my absolute favourites. This is a fantastic song for his character, especially seeing him rise to the top after almost doing a flip off a building. Well, not quite rising to the top as much as being fired and then returning to work ranked one number lower than how he originally started due to being too efficient. Him beating Morgan through song is something special, and the song working in the other characters was great, especially Bender with his monotone line.
Sing me home, when push comes to shove, you gotta do what you love, even if it's not a good idea.
A deal's a deal, even with a dirty dealer.
Very well, then I'll take what I want from Leela.
From the original series final, before the show was brought back, the Robot Devil being tricky with his contracts is something every character expects, yet none of them read the contract. I've heard a lot of people say the episode this song is in is their favourite, and while it's definitely not mine despite consistent laughs and an emotional ending, it does have this song which is easily my highlight from it. I'm biased towards songs in shows that work in other characters in a natural way, and this song does it even though it's mostly the Robot Devil, Fry and Leela. A lot of songs in shows are just dumb fun, but this has a larger feeling to it, which is accompanied well by Billy West, Katie Segal, and of course Dan Castellaneta's fantastic voice acting. We have evil bouncing off of sadness with Fry, regret with Leela, and just funny random stuff from the audience. It's great sounding, I love the Robot Devil's love for music, easily the highlight of the episode for me.
No! Stop! Take my hands, you evil metal dog!
Cigars are evil, you won't miss them. We'll find ways to simulate that smell. What a sorry fella, rolled up in smoke like a granatella, here on level 1 of Robot Hell.
This is without a doubt the fan favourite song of the series. There's no wonder why. Dan Castellaneta always brings his A-game to the table as the Robot Devil, and him being a very musical-based character means we get plenty of musical moments. Him explaining how Bender is the worst robot in the universe, which starts the long-running gag of him finding Bender evil, is great. The song somehow feels like it's on a large scale, even though it's only a few characters singing. It's incredibly catchy, and there isn't much more to say about a song that has you take almost everything at face value. It's a fantastic song.
You'll pay for every crime, knee-deep in electric slime. You'll suffer till the end of time, enduring tortures, most of which rhyme. Trapped forever here in Robot Hell!
Blasting all the humans in the world is incredibly short and isn't particularly funny to me, but has great characterization. Santa Claus is Gunning You Down is alright, but too close to the original, even though I do like having multiple characters involved in the singing. Papa Poplar sounds nice, but other than the line about suing, it could just be an actual advert. Be Happy song was close to making the list. The closest, in fact. I like a lot about it. Zoidberg is hilarious, but it is short and very simple.
I may as well jump. Those sleazy naked scammers made me look like a chump.
I May As Well Jump does pretty much everything I'd want from a song from an animated comedy. Is it from an episode I love? It's a movie, but yes. Is it catchy? Yes. Is it funny? Yes. Does it have a fairly large cast of characters singing? Yes. Does it push the plot forward instead of halting it? Yes. Does it evoke any emotion? Yes, many actually, and none of which are negative. The fact that I find a song that's essentially about defeat so good is shocking to me. Hell, the one happy character is Leela, and she gets shut down every time she tries to say something. The song even opens with the professor threatening to kill himself. By the way, that suicide joke is perfect. I stand by the philosophy that everything can be made into a funny joke when told or done in the right way, and that is definitely the right way. I'll admit, I typically prefer a happier song as those tend to be naturally faster and more catchy, but the way this is all put together makes it work. Much like the movie itself, the only character that feels unimportant here is Amy, but they even managed to give her a line somehow.
Congratulations, Mazel Tov.
May stars in heaven bless your love.
I think I'm gonna cry cause it's an extra happy Xmas this year.
This was by far the easiest song list for me to order. The only two entries close to fighting each other were the top two. Anyway, with that said, which Futurama songs are your favourites? Let me know in that comment box section thing. And until next time, bye. I guess.